Rocket Inc. MC live from New York. Welcome back. It's been a nice weekend. My week started really early this week upcoming. Thursday night I started my week, and hope you guys had a fun-filled week like mine. Like I said, summer's over. The fall is in effect right now, and everything's going inside now. All the outdoor stuff is fizzled away. It's gone. But I went out Thursday night. I went down to the Emporium here in New York at Patchogue. I went to see my buddy Mike Torelli with his Dio band called We Rock. Mike Torelli has an amazing voice. If you like Dio, this guy just kills it. He kills it. The band was great. That was my Thursday. Friday night, I was down in Port Jeff at the Arden. I went to see Shrekker. You know, that's like a local place for me. I love it. It's a great place. I go there all the time now, and I really, really like that place. Saturday, my Cult band, Love the Cult Tribute. We played down at Katie's in Smithtown. I played a 50th birthday party for a friend of mine. From Deb Schmidt. We had a great time. There was a great crowd. It was crowded. It rained a little. Everybody was outside, inside, but we had a great, great night that night. And also the Gutter Dolls played with us that night, female band, and they were great. All females. It's better to see a bunch of girls rocking up there. That was another great part of the show. Sunday, I thought I was going to relax and jump on my bike and go riding, but it was a little cloudy, and my buddy Otto, OB, called me up, and we went to the New York Giant game. And I know I have a problem with this. That's why I'm a Raiders fan. They call the New York Giants the New York Jets, but they play in New Jersey. That's a problem for me. But anyway, I went. I finally got to the football game. I never went to the stadium, and it was great. The Giants won. I had a good time. We had a good time. Me and Otto went and did that. But that was my Sunday. That was my week. I had a good time. This week on the show, I have changed it up a little. My model spotlight is from Quebec, Canada. It's Kim Kran, and my Reverb Nation music video is Random Hero from Denver, Colorado. So I have a few little things. I don't have a guitarist bringing me in and out tonight because I have a lot of entertainment with me tonight. This guy is just full entertainment. I love him. He's a good friend of mine, and we'll get to him in a little bit. I am going to do my favorite Facebook video because I throw them in here and there, and I do have a space for it tonight. So everybody out there that has kids that play these video games, it's like an addiction. It's like worse than being on drugs. These kids sit in the house, they play all these video games, they go crazy, it costs a fortune. You can't get the kids out of the house, they're not doing their homework, they're not working, whatever. This video here, this guy is 23 years old. He went to college, he's not working, he's not going to school, he's not paying his insurance, his parents are paying insurance. He sits home and plays these games and thinks he's going to be a pro gamer. All right, so his dad had it up to here with him. So let's go to my favorite Facebook video this week and check this out.
No Dead Rising, no Crackdown, Halo! There's no fucking Halo! There's no way. fucking way. This is all. Get a job. Yeah, what the fuck?
What the heck? What the hell is going on? What the fuck is this about?
College for how many months?
Oh boy.
What are you doing in a bar? You've been out of school for 3 months. That doesn't matter. This is what I want to do. I want a game. Well, you want a game, but you got to get a job while you do it too. You're insane. Why are you doing? What are you gonna mow him over? Yeah, I'm gonna mow him over. That way you get out of your room for a little while. Maybe you'll get a job. You've been out of school 3 months now. Amy, it's gonna be my job. Well, I do it. I'm really good at it. You got student loans. You got car payment. You got insurance. I'm really fucking good at it. Hey, yeah. Well, you gotta make money while you're not destroying my game. Oh, pick up while you can. Yeah. Pick up while you can. Please. This cost me like hundreds of dollars. It's an expensive hobby. I don't care. You gotta get a job. What is this achieve? What is this achieve? What does that achieve what? What is this gonna do? Mowing my games over. Maybe you'll quit playing for a while, get a job, pay some of your bills. I'm never gonna quit playing.
Oh, God. It's okay. GameStop was just like starting to revamp there.
You want your fucking YouTube videos? Oh, you think it's funny?
Oh, little island native over here.
Step in dog shit. Fuck you.
Oh shit! He's fucking psycho. Jesus fucking Christ!
Fucking asshole. Hate my family.
Are you really gonna do it? Oh, he's stronger than the culture. Oh wait, Survivor? Oh, he lost the ditch.
Man, what do you think of that? I mean, isn't that crazy? Imagine having a kid 23 years old and that's what happens. It's just like the kid's just sitting home. That kid's got to be in the insane asylum now. You see how that kid reacted on all of this? You know, the kids have got to learn how to work, take care of themselves. You know, after a while, you know, we got to get them out of our house. You know, we can't afford to keep them in our lives like this forever. We want them to move on, become adults. But that's really, really crazy. I think more parents need to take that step and do that. You know, I'm glad I don't have that problem with my kids. You know, my kids are really independent and they get out there and they do what they need to do. But I have some special guests with me tonight. I want to get to this, and I want to get to a little story first because, you know, I go out to the clubs a lot, and I go out there and I go to see a lot of my friends' bands, and I go out all the time, and I see this cute little blonde all the time, you know, and I go to the clubs. And I got this picture. I'm going to show you this picture here. And I go to the clubs. Give me number 7. I go to the clubs, and I have Ro over there. She's on my left. And Janessa on my right. And I'm in the dressing room like, wow, look at this. 2 beautiful girls. Janessa's married. She has a kid. That's great. And I have beautiful Ro there. And you can take that off. But then I find out that Ro's taken. The poor girl's taken. And my buddy, Paul Mahos, who was my guest, has stolen her from me. So tonight I got my guest, Paul Mahos, and his fiancee, Ro, with me tonight. Let's go to them. I just had to do that.
No,
I
no.
love Ro. She knows that, and Paul knows that.
Yeah.
And he's lucky he got engaged because I would have stolen her.
He was waiting.
So I'm here with Paul Mahos tonight and Ro really has a big part in his life these days. So what's your
Yeah.
take on him these days? You do everything for this guy.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, you know, he has a lot of fans, and I'm his biggest fan, obviously, but I really do respect him for what he does for a living. I mean, I think he's so super talented. And even myself, when I see him perform, I'm in awe. Like, just like everyone says to me, he's so fabulous, he's so wonderful, he sings so great, oh my God. I feel exactly the same way as you and the next person. And I can totally, you know, detach my personal relationship. I have a lot of respect for him as an artist and as a musician. I think he's just fabulous. And he's a pretty good person, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
And I'm terribly insecure, like with playing, you know. And I know it makes people laugh, but it's nerve-wracking. So when I hear that, it actually makes me nervous because it's like
I'm like, oh my God, you're fabulous. What are you talking about?
It's like being built up and then not able to deliver, you know. So I panic about that all the time, you know. So it's very nerve-wracking, and I have performance anxiety just with singing, but almost all the time, and people don't realize that I still get extremely nervous to the point where you know you'll get shakes, you'll get other kinds.
But you don't look it at all.
No, and that's
Not for a
part of
second.
it.
You're just totally cool.
That's why you drink a lot of wine.
That's why, yeah, that's why I drink a lot of wine. Absolutely. It numbs that a little bit.
It numbs it out.
It does,
yeah.
it does.
So, you know, you have a lot of things, and you came from a place that brought you here, all right? So
Right.
I would like to maybe start this before we take our first break. We'll take a little piece here. And you started out when you were younger. Like, where'd you start out? How'd you start this all?
My mom's hard of hearing, and my brother Jerry was kind of just picked up the piano and was able to pick the stuff up. And so I always looked up to my older brother, and I started wanting to sing. And I saw him perform an Elvis song, and that's why I started loving Elvis, and couldn't get enough of like listening to his songs. And that's really where it started. And then oddly enough, I did a show called Elvis, A Musical Celebration. 20 years old, right out of college. I left my band with my brother that we had started, and my good friend Rob Weber. We started this band together, and it was an original band. And they said, "Don't turn this opportunity down." And I toured around the United States and Canada, in every major theater, and it was backed by the Elvis estate. So I met everybody involved with Elvis. I met all the people from Sun Records, Sam Phillips, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis,
Wow.
and
Sammy Davis
Sammy
Jr.
Davis Jr.
Favorite, he loves
You know,
him.
and you name it. I mean, they were there. Colonel Tom Parker was there every day, and
Lisa Marie, did you meet her?
Lisa
And
Marie, Priscilla,
Priscilla, wow.
anybody involved with the Elvis estate, we met, and because this was a big deal. We actually played at the Las Vegas Hilton, where Elvis played with his original marquee. And it was a really big to-do. It was the same producers that put Beatlemania together. And so it was, at the time, it was the highest grossing tour on the road. And we toured for 2.5 years. And what an experience. And because and like a false sense of like, yeah, I'm gonna make it. You know? Because after that, I went to the auditions and started struggling, right at the beginning again. It was like, once that show is done, it's done. And
back where
you start right from the beginning, going on cattle calls and you name it. I didn't have time to get an agent, But no, it was a great experience. And like I said, I met all my heroes doing that. And then shortly after that, after struggling a couple of years, I did a show that Yoko Ono wrote called New York Rock. And so I got to meet Yoko. She was there every day. I mean, this was her baby. This was her. It was a kind of semi-autobiographical about her and John's life. And I'm sitting here like with this close with Yoko almost on a nightly basis, and her telling us stories about John, and she had the cast up to their apartment at the Dakota, and I'm looking around at this museum where, you know, my legend, you know, John Lennon lived and wrote, penned, you know, these incredible works of art, and so I've been blessed. It's been a very fortunate kind of journey that I'm still on, that I'm still
That's great.
embarking on, and meeting you, and you're a fan of the cult like I am.
Yeah.
I got to meet Duffy in Wales and hang out with him, and I'm a huge cult fan, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of our early bonds. Yeah, every time I played the cult, you know, I'd have you come up and jam a little bit, you know.
We're going to get more back here with Paul in a few minutes. We got to go to a commercial. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your #1 resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the #1 supplier of tattoo inks in the world, with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive, selected for their unique, memorable flavor. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability.
We're back. Rock and Ink MC. I'm back with Paul Mahos and Rose, my little Rose. So, getting back.
Are you hitting my girl on live TV?
All the time. So this is
All the
live
time.
proof.
Not even behind your back, in front of you.
I'm just checking. All right.
I like when you have gigs and I go to her job.
Yeah, right.
She's all mine. But there's not a lot of time. There's a lot to talk about with you.
Yeah.
So I know. Let's keep going. So you did a lot of acting and impersonating, right? So let's
Yeah.
take a little of that route. What did you cover there?
The Elvis stuff, obviously.
You too.
I did a show called Legends in Las Vegas, where we went out with my good friend Joe Cumia and his band 2U, and I played the part of Bono, and we did that run for a couple of months there in Vegas, and it was great. And I was with Joe for a couple of years, playing the part of Bono, and I had a great time. Joe's a great guy, but there's so many things that I like singing, as you know. You've seen the show and going in and out. So I kind of got a little bored, and I think, we just kind of decided, let's move on. And now he's got Gene Marcello singing with him, and Gene's great. People don't realize how connected and networked we really all are. That we're all friends, and that we support one another. I think for the most part.
Yes.
It's a good scene, a good network. So I believe in the Long Island music scene. Our friend Vinnie Tatnelli, 9 Days, and John Hanson, and all those guys. Brian DeVoe worked in 9 Days, but he also played Bono as well with Joe. And so a lot of these guys are working. And
Brian's down in Nashville these days, right?
Brian's down in Nashville.
Doing his thing.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of other things. What else do you want to hit on? Like, you got.
Well,
I don't want to go.
I would
into
like
an
to
area.
hit on how when people see him perform,
he'd like to hit on you, I think.
I know, aside from that, yes.
She likes him too, though. I mean, it's like, just get it over with already.
No.
So like everybody does.
So anyway,
I made the
so
both
here's
blush.
the thing, like the thing that gets me is that I say the same thing, like I said before, like that everyone else says. How does he change his voice like that?
Yeah.
Because he can sound like Bono, and then he can do Elton John, and then in a second you think Barry White's in the room, and and then his falsetto goes, and then
got the Prince
he's
thing
got the
going,
Prince
the
and the Bee
Prince,
Gees, and and when he does that, I'm with everyone else going, how does he change his voice like that? And then when he's with the kids, he can sound like Barney too. Like I'm amazed, like really.
Well, I think that's how I think most of us, I mean, the Beatles and Elvis, we started singing through impersonation. I think that's just a natural thing. That's what gets you into performing to begin with, is that you listen to your idol and you want to sound just like them, and that's how I started. I mean, I started singing Elvis.
Yeah.
And you also you do original stuff, and if I remember right, at one point some years back you had a hit overseas, right?
Yep.
You actually had a hit.
A #1 hit.
That's right.
#1.
Yeah. So you had that, and you do original stuff still with your band's New Life Crisis that you have now, right?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we write and perform all the time still. The industry has changed so dramatically that I don't know. Now we just write for art's sake. You just write because you want to write. But our songs are featured on Royal Pains, The Guiding Light, and some great TV shows, some independent films, and all kinds of stuff like that. And we were signed to Tommy Boy Records. I got signed literally like 8 months before the bottom dropped out, and there were no record
Industry.
Yeah, I mean, it was like there was 4 major labels standing, and they bought up everybody, and there was 4 giants standing, and everyone else got bought out or sold out. And I was able to buy my record at the time for a nominal fee, and put it out. But in that, before that, Daylight was a hit. It was a bona fide, huge platinum, multi-platinum selling record in Europe and Germany.
Well, the thing about it was that the girls, right? Who were the girls?
The No Angels covered. Covered.
There's a girl in Germany, girl bands in Germany. They're called No Angels, and they're kind of like the Spice Girls, Well, they took his song, Daylight, and they redid it, and it was a #1 song. And the funny thing about it is when we see people from Germany, they know the song.
They know the song.
They start singing, they know the words, and we're like, that's his song. They're like, no, it's No Angels. No
Tommy's
Angels.
Tommy's wife did the song.
But the funny thing about it is No Angels is singing a Paul Mahos cover song.
Cover song.
People think it's their original song because they made it.
But I didn't really care because it was a hit, and we did
a
very
great
well as a
song.
result of it.
Yeah.
And,
You want to give me picture number 8? I want to just show a picture of New Life Crisis so people have a little vision of them. I have a picture. This is New Life Crisis. This is Paul's band. He's out there. And New Life Crisis does a lot of fundraising. And let's hit on this a little because it's a big story, but we have to crunch it a little, right? So tell us a little about it because there's a lot of people involved and you do a lot of them and you raise a lot of money.
I'll let you talk.
You want me to do the talking?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the first.
She knows it all. That's good.
I don't know. Basically, New Life Crisis is just pretty well known in the Hamptons, and from the Hamptons to New Jersey, they do a lot of the big fundraising in New Jersey for a lot of big companies, corporate parties and whatnot. But specifically, every year they get hired to do the American Cancer Society, the American Heart Association, the JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Foundation, and they raise a lot of money. So it's a privilege to be part of these big organizations where they honor them and they love to have them, and they just love to be there every year helping raise a lot of money.
And there's some big people
A lot of
involved,
celebrity involved,
right?
which is really nice. Paul and the band has had the greatest opportunity to have met David Bryan from the Bon Jovi band, the keyboard player. He's also the
Tony Award winner.
Tony Award winner of the play Memphis.
He wrote,
he
he wrote that
it,
play,
and it won some Tonys and
so,
stuff. And he's
talented guy, very
talented,
talented,
and very kind, and very beautiful man.
and supportive of the band.
His wife is extremely beautiful, extremely intelligent, and they're just so loving to everybody. So he's shown up quite a few times, and you'll see pictures and stuff. And he's played with the band.
We got to play his wedding and
his wedding.
His
That's
wedding.
great.
and their
Beautiful
birthday
wedding,
parties
yeah.
and stuff like that. And he's been a big supporter of the band. And,
Very
and,
big, very nice.
And really nice. And yeah, we met at these fundraisers where he's very generous. He's a really good, down-to-earth guy that gives back a lot.
Yeah. So it's really nice to be part of that.
And it's nice too that someone in that world recognizes your talent.
Yes,
like
they hire
he's, him. He's hiring
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
and it's
Like,
a big
wow.
thrill.
It's like, we want to hire them.
And he comes up and jams with the band all the time,
Yeah.
and it's a great honor and great thrill.
There's a lot, and you got a lot going on. The New Life Crisis thing, I've seen it a lot. I love it.
Yeah.
And when they go on stage, they go on and they play for 2 hours, and you don't hear a second of silence. They just one song into the next. Like if you're on the dance floor and you're dancing to one of their songs, it doesn't stop. It just keeps going. In 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
stop, and it's great. And
Yeah.
everything you like everything. They do every mixed right up
Yeah.
the road.
Johnny Cash to the Who dance
fabulous, Johnny
versions
Cash.
of. I mean, it's fun, man, and we have a great time. I have a great band: Steve O'Brien on drums, Jeff Allague on guitar, Rob Weber, who was the founder of the band, and a very good friend, like a brother, is back in the fold, and he's playing with us again. And man, we just have a great time, and we take the songs, we take the cover songs, and then we twist them up a little bit and make them our own, and then everyone's calling it mashup, but we've been doing that before there was even a name for it.
Yeah.
Just by experimenting and being on the gig and saying, let's go into this song, and at this point we read each other's mind. I mean, it's
No set list, never a set list.
nonverbal
No
communication,
set
no
list, yeah.
set
No set
list
list.
ever, and people don't understand that either. And I love when people are defiant, like they say, "I saw you at this gig and you did this song." I'm like, "No, I don't play that song." You did it and you did it great. I'm like, "No, that wasn't me."
But they have a lot of great original music too, and it's such an honor that when people are on the dance floor dancing and singing along, and they're actually singing the words to his song, it's really nice, and they get excited,
Well, that's-
right?
yeah, I mean, that's been
Dirty
a
Little
cool
Girl,
thing,
and people
you
know
know.
the words of the song and they're jumping up and down.
LIR, from Long Island, DRE. That was my station growing up. Obviously, if you listen to the Cult, you were listening to DRE, and they championed our cause, and they were so cool with us, and they helped us get signed. I mean, that was it, and they played our song, and so now if we play our original song, it goes over better than most of the covers that we play.
Yeah.
And it's a cool thing. Actually, I do the band a disservice a lot because we forget to play our own stuff.
Yeah.
You're so caught up in trying to,
everybody
keep
else
the
Make
dance
people
floor
happy,
going,
yeah.
and that sucks. I mean, but I'm sure a lot of bands go through that, especially when you're trying to pay the rent and make people happy.
People want to dance.
Yeah, I feel that that's our job. When people are out and they're paying good money and they're out of the club and they're paying a cover to come to see the band, I feel that we have an obligation to do a great job and to show them a great time.
And even the private events too. It's like people will hire the band, for a private party, a wedding, or a birthday party, or a christening, and they don't ask any questions. They're like, "We've seen the band. We don't care. Whatever they do, tell them to work it."
People that get it, get it.
Yeah, so it's good. Like, there's no hassle. Like, oh, what songs are they gonna do? Can we get a list? And they've seen them, they love them, and that's it.
It goes awry. I mean, it goes awry every now and then. Where, this past weekend we played, and they were asking for U2, "Streets Have No Name," which is a big song in our repertoire in the night, and they're like, "Play it, play it." I'm like, we just started playing. I can't do it now. If I do it now, then we just call it part. We're just done. It's like,
you
didn't get to the end of the book. They're like, let's get to the end of the book. I don't care about that boring beginning or middle stuff. Let's just get to the end, And so that's what happens sometimes. And I'm like, I right on the mic, I'll be like, you know what? This is our job. Trust your boy.
Yeah.
Trust your boy. I got you. I'll do that song.
All right, so one more thing I want to hit on, because you do a lot and you're a busy guy. You're also the director of entertainment up at the Arden, which is my favorite place. So
The Arden in Port
give me
Jefferson.
picture number 9, because I want to show people what the Arden looks like. This place is a great, what do you actually call it? A entertainment
It's
It's a
lounge?
restaurant,
Lounge.
ultra lounge.
Ultra lounge is
sports
the-
bar. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place, as you see. I had a picture up there. There's a double picture. And he's in charge of the entertainment up there. The sound system is great. And it's just another job.
It's another job, and they asked me to bring in Long Island's best, and that's what I've done. We've got Mike Del Judas and the Mr. Clean and the Fantastics as they go
Every
out,
Wednesday night.
which is cool, and not a lot of people know
Yeah.
that's how they went out years and years
Originally,
ago.
yeah.
And man, he's playing such cool stuff
sounds
every
so
Wednesday
good.
night, because I want people to understand what a
You
great
can't
treat
get that
this
kind of
is.
entertainment anywhere. Like, they don't get it.
We laugh and say from the garden to the Arden, because last week he couldn't do it. I felt
Yeah, 'cause
I humbly filled in for him, and it was
Well, for those who don't know him, he works for Billy Joel.
Yes.
yeah. And
Everybody knows
And he was
him.
on
But,
last week.
you
And
know,
that night-
if
that
my
night he
parents are
couldn't make
watching,
it.
they don't know him.
Yeah, that night he couldn't make it because he was playing at the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I filled in for him.
Yeah.
And but it's great, and the material that he's doing, because everyone knows him as Big Shot, and he's really right now. I think Big Shot is probably the biggest Long Island band,
yeah.
and biggest draw, and obviously now it caught the eye of Billy Joel, and so now when people see Big Shot, they expect to see him doing that role. This is something a little different for him. I think that's a little bit more refreshing. He gets to stretch out as an artist and play us songs that influenced him. He plays Sting. He plays just
Toto.
like the Toto, like really a great arrangement of stuff.
He's got
Rush. He's done
fabulous
Rush. He's
vocal.
done Zeppelin.
I had him on last week. He did
Fabulous,
James
fabulous
Taylor,
vocal.
the
James
Beatles.
Taylor. Yeah,
Unbelievable vocal.
He's not only is he a super nice guy and ultra talented.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about him. And the guys in the band. I mean, half the guys in the band are the guys in Decadia. So again, it's one of those things where you see
Worlds
each
collide.
other, these bands helping each other out, because most of the band now.
We're all friends, and there's no competition.
Yeah.
Nobody's jealous of anybody. Nobody's like, oh, you got that gig, I didn't get that gig. They all love each other.
And that's at the Arden. So the Arden, if you can, Wednesday nights it's big, and like I said, it's my favorite place. If you live here in New York or Long Island, get down to the Arden. We're going to get to a commercial. We're going to come back. We're going to actually, we're going to get Paul up here to sing a few songs also, but we'll be right back.
Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is one of the largest suppliers in the world and your #1 resource for top quality, affordable tattoo and piercing supplies. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply is the #1 supplier of tattoo inks in the world with more than 200 products including Mom's Ink, Philadelphia Eddie's Traditional Inks, Paolini Sacred Color Inks, and more. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply, your one-stop shopping destination for great service, best prices, and top quality supplies. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are undeniably distinctive, selected for their unique, memorable flavor. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are delivered to you in beautifully designed bottles featuring limited edition artwork. Coney Island Carlos vintage wines and premium spirits are available at affordable prices in fine restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. Or check www.coneyislandcarlo.com for availability. Technical Worldwide Tattoo Supply.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn?
Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure.
You'll be happy you did.
Back rockin' Inc. All right, crunch with time. I want to get Paul to play a song here, but I need to get to my model spotlight. And today from Quebec, Canada, I have Kim Kran. And let's get to my model spotlight.
Hi, Reckoning. My name is Kim Kran from Canada. I am a published hair designer and alternative model. Right now, I am working on a new traveling show called Alternate Road coming up in December 2014. I am a geek. I have a lot of Marvel and Star Wars tattoo. You can mostly catch me in convention and also in fetish event. So you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram to know where I'm gonna be next. See ya!
Back. Model spotlight, Kim Kran's from Canada. Last time I wore a Batman shirt, this time I wore a Superman shirt. People love these shirts. I don't know why. They're the cheap shirts. I buy the $70 Affliction shirts. I don't get one word or a Batman and Superman. People love this stuff. But anyway, I'm here with Superman himself, Paul Mahos, and I want Paul to get going. And what are you going to play for us?
Well, after that video, I think Dirty Little Girl is fitting, and it's one of ours.
There you go.
Make your money on the streets. Make your money on your MTV. You make your money dishing dirt. You make your money in your half-cut shirt. I know it seems a little strange. I know I seem a little weird. I know I seem a little hard. You come and whisper in my ear, but you are such a dirty little girl. Dirty little mind, dirty little makeup, dirty little looks, dirty and kind. You are such a dirty little girl. Oh yeah, I love the way you move. You lay it down to funk, get into your groove. See you making out with friends. You ever make a making up, pretend you're not stretching very far. Who you are, a star. You are such a dirty little girl. Dirty little mind, dirty little makeup, dirty little looks, dirty little lies. And you are such a dirty little girl. You are always grabbing my attention. I must be starving for affection. You know you're every man's obsession, an object of my indiscretion. You're making money on the streets. You're making money on your MTV. You make your money dishing dirt. You make your money hacking up your skirt. You are such a dirty little girl. Dirty little mind, dirty little makeup, dirty little looks, dirty and kind. And you are such a dirty little girl. Dirty little mind, yeah. Dirty little makeup, dirty little looks, dirty little lies. And you are such a dirty little girl. Such a dirty little girl. Thank you.
Paul to play another song, but I need to get to my Revolution music spotlight. So tonight I have Random Hero from Denver on. These guys have a great sound, and you're gonna get to see them. So, like I said, Reverb Nation's been great to me, and I find a lot of great bands. There's a lot of different types of bands. I'm trying to bring different types of music in, but these guys are good old rock and roll, and I like them. So let's go to my music spotlight from Reverb Nation.
Let your whispers under my skin. Why do you care when I'm ashamed of who I am? So many answers missing in my head, but I run from you till buried my sin. Why can't you be something I can see? Why can't you tell me what I need to hear? Why can't I breathe when you're not near? Oh God, make it clear I'm lost in here. So let your mercy fall, invade my soul. Kill the emptiness that won't let go. Let your love fall, flood in my soul. Don't let go until my final breath is. Let your mercy fall, invade my soul. Kill the emptiness that won't let go. Let your love fall, flood in my soul. Don't let go until my final breath is yours. I need to kill the emptiness. Oh God, I need to kill the emptiness. Oh God, I need to kill the emptiness. Oh God, please kill the emptiness.
Invade
keep the mic. We're back. My Reverb Nation, we're having fun talking here. Random Hero from Denver. I love the guy with the mohawk. Loved it, and that's what I like of it. He had the singer and the drummer in the suit, and they had the two crazy wild guys on the side, and I love the song. Random Hero, love those guys. But anyway, back here with Paul Mahos, and social media, Facebook, New Life Crisis, Reverb Nation, New Life Crisis, and newlifecrisis.com.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you want to book the band, go on the sites and you'll get
call
Rose. You'll get Rose.
You have to call her. I don't do any business.
That's Rose, right?
I don't do any business. I just kind of pick up my guitar
So
and sing.
I want Paul to get another song in, and he's going to play us out. And I'll see you guys next week. We've got some exciting stuff coming on. You guys enjoy yourself. Enjoy the week. Be safe. Paul Mahos, New Life Crisis.
Confess there's something tragic in her eyes. She's blessed, depressed. Her inner beauty remains confined. Will she stay locked up with all her dreams inside? Wonder why. Broken glass squeezes in her hand. She stands and lets breathe. Perfectly mistaken. She don't need no help outside herself. Believes there is nobody else. I wonder why. She's breaking all the things that she loves, forsaking everything that she does, mistaken that she can rise above it. Yeah. She has no fear until the morning after. Cocktails mixed with tears, suicidal fairy tales. She's sleeping off her life to find a peace of mind. Wonder why. She's breaking all the things that she loves, forsaking everything that she does, mistaken that she can't rise above. She cries, if only she opened her eyes. The world won't stop spinning. She flies, steps up the ride, and she's not in. Oh, obsessed. There's something magic in her eyes. Blessed, I guess, the way her inner beauty shines. I wonder why. She's breaking all the things that she loves, forsaking everything that she does, mistaken that she can't rise above. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. She's breaking all the things that she loves, forsaking everything that she does, mistaken that she can't rise above. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. simple note. One that sings straight to my heart. My love, keep waiting for your words to come alive. 'Cause I'm dying if your promises are lies. My love is like a distant star. I can see just where you are, but I can't reach from here. My love, I keep waiting for your words to come alive. 'Cause what's broken if your promises are lies? It's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. Well, I hear that whistle blowing way down in San Antonio. But I was just a young lad, and my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. Well, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Oh, when I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating in fancy dining cars. They're drinking fancy whiskey and smoking big cigars. Well, I knew I had it coming. I know I can't be free. Well, those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railway car was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little further down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
You're drowning everything in me. The way she moves, the way she knows everything I need.